Good morning. Thank you for watching another beautiful Lord's Day. Don't feel too bad out here this morning. Looks like we might get a little rain, hopefully. This morning we got our sick list. We got Ronnie Robinson, Ashlyn Hare, Diane Foster, Becky and Lonnie Barks, Joella King, Doyle Duke, Bruce Lewis, Steve Comer, Kathy Smith, Lee Heath, Carter Brown, Naomi Blair, Lawana Peeler, Benny Blair, Taylor Blanton, Steve Milburn, Sharon Armstrong, Treva Summers, Jason Morris, Pam Brown, and Thomas Bogle. And we need to send sympathy to the family of Irene Bartlett and Johnny Gannon. So please keep all these folks in your prayers. Once again, thanks for watching. We're going to continue our little study here in James, and it's called Faith When in Trials, and that's James 1 through 4. Now, if you think about the books of God's Word that give pictures about what faith looks like, James is one of the books that rises to the top. We can sometimes oversimplify the book of James so that the point is missed. Talk about how James tells us that true faith does work. We see this point made in James 2. It is a very important truth, but the point of the book is not to convince us that the faith has action, that true faith has action. I believe the point of the book is to show us what faith does. What does true faith look like? To be a little more precise, what does true faith do during times of hardship and suffering? What does faith do when suffering? If you have grown up in the church, you probably have heard the introduction to the book of James many times. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds. That's in James 1 verse 2. Unfortunately, it's easy to misuse this teaching. James does not tell us that you need to have joy when you experience, that you just need to have joy when you experience various trials. James is not telling us to go around telling other people that when they are in trials, they should have joy in their trials. Trials are not joyful experiences. Trials are painful experiences. The sufferings of life are hard. We see this in Jesus. Listen to what the writer of Hebrews says about Jesus. During his earthly time, he offered prayers and appeals with loud cries and tears to the one who was able to save him from death, and he was heard because of his reverence. That's in Hebrews 5:7. We're told that Jesus experienced trials and made his appeals to God with loud cries and tears. Trials hurt. James writes to help people with faith when experiencing various trials. I would like for you to underline a few words in this verse. In verse 2, depending on your translation, the end of verse 2 reads, trials of many kinds, or trials of various kinds. There are varying degrees of hardship and pain, and trials come for a variety of reasons. There are various kinds of trials, and at any given point in life, you're going to be on a scale from 1 to 10 of trial hardships. So whether your present trial or past trial or future trial is a 1 or a 2 in degree difficulty, or whether it's a 10, James is writing for you. So let's listen to what he has to say and make a few careful observations. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. That's in James 1, 2 through 4. Now I want you to notice something that James said and did not say. James did not say that trials and sufferings automatically produce perseverance, and that is why you should count trials with joy. I think it is really important to see that James does not say this. James does not say that every trial will give you what you need for life. There's a very important command that James says in verse 4 that we need to reflect on for a few moments. It says, let perseverance finish its work. Notice that James says there is something we need to do during our trials. We must let perseverance finish its work. We must let steadfastness have its full effect. We need to let endurance complete its work. Trials bring endurance. If we let the trial have its full effect, look at verse 4 again. Letting perseverance finish its work is a way for you to be mature and complete, not lacking anything. The trial is the tool to make us spiritually complete, but you must let endurance have its full effect or finish its work. So we need to, when we go through our trials, trials are tough, and we need to go through them, and we need to have perseverance, and we need to keep on going. Perseverance, I think, to me, that means don't quit, don't give up, keep on going, and that way you build strength. It's like running a race. If you don't finish the race, you didn't do any good. You've got to go to the end. That builds you up. It might be hard, but you got to keep on going. And that's the same way when we have trials. We go through these trials, and they're tough, but giving up is not an option. We have to keep on going. So maybe this little lesson in James is give you a little a little something to think about. Read that book of James. It's very informative, and it'll help you get through some of the trials of life. And it's not when we'll have trial. It's not that we won't have trials. We will have trials. We're always going to have trials on this earth. The only place we're not going to have trials is going to be in heaven. And that's our goal, to try to get folks to heaven and try to get everybody we can. Let's make heaven crowded, as my wife saw on that t-shirt that time. Let's make heaven crowded. So thank you for watching. Please keep our servicemen and women in your prayers, first responders and doctors and nurses and all the folks that keep us safe and healthy. Please keep all our sick folks and those that have lost loved ones in your prayers. And get out today and go to church and have a good day. And God bless. See you next time.